Nagsalita po ang ating mahal na Secretary John Vic na ang nagplano po rito, o yung pagkaintindi namin, ang nagplano ay kayo, Secretary Anyo, Secretary Gibot Chodoro, at ang pinangalan, ang Chief PNP, General Marbil. Parang apat yung pinangalanan sa isang interview ng ating Secretary ng DILG.
Can I answer that, ma'am?
Yes, please, your record.
The question was, who planned this? I did not state in any way who planned it. The meeting was of executive privilege. It is a conversation between the President, once I mentioned. There was...
So what exactly did you say? Ano sinabi po ninyo? Pagkaintindi namin, itong apat na pinangalanan, ang siyang nagplano.
Okay, wait, pause muna. So this involves, guys, yung most likely ito yung pag-interview, yung in-interview po si Secretary John Vic Remulla kung saan may mga binanggit po siyang mga yung group effort, most likely ito yun siya. Pero panoorin pa po natin.
Executive privilege in this matter.
Yes.
We're invoking executive privilege in this
Yes, that's fine, but it's in the interview.
Okay,
And it's
okay. So, yan, since na-mention po ni Secretary Remulla, the other Secretary Remulla sa Department of Justice, yung executive privilege. So, explain ko po muna kung ano yung executive privilege talaga. So, unang-una po tatandaan natin dyan, it is called executive privilege, meaning pribilehiyo po yan ng executive branch kung saan meron pong mga ibang bagay na hindi nila pwede i-discuss in public, okay? So, take note po, yan po, that is not a right, rather that is a privilege po given to the executive. At yung main difference po kasi niyan when you say privilege versus a right, ang privilege po kasi nabibigay lang po yan sa isang tao, and in this case the president, considering the circumstances surrounding him, diba? He only has that privilege to disclose certain information because he is the president. Kung tanggalin po yung position niya or yung office niya as a president, hindi na po niya yan pwede ma-invoke, okay? And for comparison purposes po, para mas maintindihan nyo, I'll give another example. Similar din po yan sa akin as a lawyer, okay? Ako po, I have the privilege to practice law because I passed law school and of course, I passed the bar exam. Without me passing law school and without me passing the bar exam, I do not have the privilege to call myself a lawyer or to call myself as attorney or to practice the lawyering profession, okay? So yan po yung difference ng right and privilege. Yung right kasi kahit wala kang gawin, nabibigay na yan sa isang tao. Whereas yung privilege, it is only given to individuals considering the circumstances po surrounding the situation, okay? So yan po yan. Again, it is called an executive privilege and not the right of the executive, okay? And ngayon, yung next question naman po dito regarding executive privilege is, tama ba na nag-invoke dito si Secretary Remulla considering he is a department secretary, di ba? Hindi naman siya yung president mismo. Okay, so possible naman po yun na yung mga secretaries mismo ang nag-invoke dito. However, kailangan po yan na may direct guideline po or may direct order. Sabihin natin basta may direct po na sinabi yung president na pwede yung mga executive secretaries niya mag-invoke din nito, okay? So, stated differently po, executive privilege as a general rule can be invoked only by the president. However, he can extend that privilege by providing a specific message kung saan ina-extend din po ng presidente yung privilege na yun sa mga cabinet secretaries niya, okay? At yung executive privilege din po, yung coverage nito, this usually involves matters of national security or yung mga indoor meetings po between cabinet secretaries or the members of the executive. And the reason kung bakit these are protected, yung mga ganitong bagay po, is because it involves matters of national security, national interest, national safety. Therefore, kung ma-compromise yung mga pinag-usapan nila regarding dun sa mga executive privilege matters, baka maapektuhan yung mga national security and or interest concerns po ng bansa natin. Okay, so ang haba na po ng explanation ko. Ngayon, continue po tayo sa video.
Saan ang galing yung mga pangalan na ito?
Ma'am, that again is executive privilege. Ma'am, let me explain first, ma'am.
Interview po eh.
Yes, ma'am. Let me explain first, ma'am. We were discussing rumors of an impending arrival based
Parang hindi yung gano'n ang dating sa amin eh. Ang pagkaintindi namin,
that is the whole truth, ma'am. That is we were discussing rumors. Go ahead, ma'am.
Patugtog na lang natin para maintindihan, ha?
And was that the plan from the
So,
very...
wait. Maganda po yung ginawa dito ni Senator Amy na pinlay na lang niya yung video mismo ng interview because in court proceedings po kasi regarding mga documents, ganyan-ganyan, kailangan po kasi yan ipa-identify din sa witness para ma-verify niya yung genuineness and or authenticity nung mga documents na ina-allege na siya yung nag-produce. So dito, this is actually a good move on the part of Senator Amy para at least ma-compare talaga ba kung ano yung sinabi dun sa interview in relation to kung ano yung intention talaga or yung gusto sabihin ni Senator John Vic dito. So, in effect po, mas makaklarify yung mga bagay-bagay kasi yun, mapapakita kung ano yung sinabi mismo ng isang witness. Or dito po, yung kung ano yung sinabi ng resource person, specifically si Senator John Vic Remulla, in relation dun sa group effort nga daw. Okay, so play ulit natin.
The plan from the very beginning. What was, and who was really on top of this? Kayo ho ba? Because during the press conference of the president, it was you. and the President.
Yes.
So,
yes.
ikaw ho ba nagplano ng lahat ng ito?
Hindi naman, hindi naman. It was a group effort. Secretary Chodoro was there, Secretary
Okay.
Anyo was there too, and the President and I. So, hindi naman ako. Ako lang ang natira
stand by that, ma'am.
last man standing doon sa Malacanang.
I stand by that.
Kasi Secretary Chodoro was working out of his office sa Campo Ginaldo.
Yes, ma'am.
Secretary Anyo, of course, his specialty is intelligence. So, he was...
Patayin na muna natin. Pakaliwanag naman ang sabi ninyo, hindi ako mag-isa, kahit ako ang kasama ng presidente nung nagsalita sa press con, hindi ako mag-isa ang nagplano. Isang grupo kami. Tapos pinangalanan mo.
No, ma'am.
Sinabi ninyo eh.
I state, ma'am, again.
Hindi ko muna
executive
i-pause, guys,
ma'am,
kasi baka mawala yung sound. Pakinggan muna
Kasi
natin.
binunyag na
I
ninyo sa
must
TV.
state it very clear, as I stated very clear, that there was no mastermind. We were discussing mainly about what the president's statements were in Hong Kong, and it was based all on that statement, ma'am.
Sinabi ninyo na hindi kayo mag-isa na nagplano, kundi isang
There was no
grupo.
planning, ma'am.
Pero yun nasabi eh.
I said, hindi ako nagplano. Marami
May
kami-
isang grupo na nagplano.
We were all talking about a rumor, ma'am, and that was all.
Rumor lang yun?
Yes, ma'am.
Group effort ang sabi mo eh. Ang tanong niya kung ikaw ang nagplano, tapos sabi mo,
There was no
hindi,
planning,
group
ma'am.
effort.
There was no planning, ma'am.
Ano yung effort ng group
Ma'am,
kapag hindi
let
plano?
me make-
I think that including into executive privilege already, ma'am. I think that we please
No, I'm
respect
just
our...
asking him to explain the media.
Yes, ma'am, but it's already a very thin dividing line between what transpires in a room between
I will-
cabinet members
I will-
and a media statement. But there's a very thin dividing line, ma'am.
Understood.
I hope that we can respect executive privilege.
Pero ngayon, sinabi kasi sa TV, maliwanag naman nila sa atin kung ano ibig sabihin. Kasi ang sinabi, hindi ako mag-isa na nagplano, may grupo kami.
They asked me if I had planned it. Sabi ko, I did not. I did not plan it. I said we were there, and not to skirt, ma'am, executive privilege. It was mainly because of the statements of the former president in Hong Kong that he said, in his words, ma'am, in Hong Kong, that I think you have a clip. He said that ang reading ko ay may ICC warrant of arrest na. That was the best of my recollection, ma'am.
So
Okay.
anong pinag-group effort?
So, okay. Okay, so mukhang yun naman po yung full context already of the discussion for this video po na pinapanood ko, okay? So dito po sa nakikita ko merong dalawang main issues na lumalabas po based dun sa question and answer ni Senator Amy Marcos. So unang-una po dito yung question ni Senator Amy is kung sino daw yung nagko-constitute ng group kasi yun nga yung tinanong based dun sa video, di ba? And second, tinatanong naman ni Senator Amy kung paano daw yung pinlano, ganyan-ganyan, tas biglang nag-invoke po sila ngayon ng executive privilege, okay? So dun po sa first question ni Senator Amy kung sino yung nagko-constitute ng group dun sa pagplano nga daw is yun po hindi na pwede dun mag-invoke talaga ng executive privilege yung mga secretaries considering that is already a matter of public information since public po to diniscuss ni Senator John Vic. So as to that fact po yung sa related dun sa question na kung siya lang ba talaga nagplano tas sumagot siya na hindi, group effort, yun po hindi na yun pwede ma-question or ma-invoke ng executive privilege because again that is already a matter of public information, 'di ba? Kasi nasa interview naman na po yun siya. It is already very clear kung ano naman yung statement. Tapos yung pangalawa naman yung tinanong ni Senator Amy kung paano pinlano, ganyan-ganyan. Yun po doon proper yung pag-invoke ng executive privilege ni Senator Boying Remulla naman of the DOJ because yun that has not been discussed in public yet kung ano yung mga circumstances surrounding the arrest. Therefore, it is within their powers po to invoke because that can be considered as a closed door meeting between cabinet secretaries and the president himself. Okay? Yan lang po yung gusto ko i-distinguish dun sa first question po since it was already directly answered dun sa interview. So, yun, hindi po pwede mag-invoke dun. Pero dun nga, sa second, pwede because wala pa naman talagang dinisclose in public. So, pwede yun siya mag-fall or classify po as an indoor or closed meeting discussion between the president and his secretaries. Okay? And then, dito kung makikita po natin, kino-correlate po dito ni Senator John Vic Remulla na meron daw prior statement about a chismis. Pag ganun po kasi medyo ano na po malayo na po yun sa question ni Senator Amy. Yung main question lang naman talaga na pinapoint out niya is kung sino yung specific person sa nagplano in relation po dun sa interview clip na pinanood natin. Okay? So again, in summary po, yun lang po yun. Executive privilege can be invoked by the president and it can also be invoked by the cabinet secretaries provided po na yung president mismo is binigyan ng authority yung mga cabinet secretaries na ma-invoke din nila yun. Okay? And again, executive privilege covers matters po or information that affects national security, national interest. Therefore, hindi po siya pwede basta-basta i-disclose in public considering nga posibleng maapektuhan yung mga bagay na yon na binanggit ko po. Okay? Lastly po, idagdag ko na lang din since yung interview naman kay Senator John Vic Remulla is a matter of public information. Makikita nyo naman po yan sa internet, yung full interview. So mas maganda po panoorin nyo rin talaga at reviewin yung full interview para makuha nyo talaga yung full context nung gusto ipaabot talaga ni Senator John Vic Remulla. Tapos i-correlate nyo po ngayon dito sa question and answer portion na nangyari sa Senate hearing.